Hello, this is Spirelli and welcome back to Orwell. We were just about to dig into medical data. So let's see what she was tested for and what is happening there. I feel so bad doing this. Okay, so medical data. Oh, this is her address. So she has two addresses. The other one was in her work profile and this is in her medical data profile. So I feel like, both of those should be correct because you want to be corrected, you want to be contacted about work and also about your health. The name at least you have correctly. Oh, there's a more precise date of birth. I'm not sure on the address yet, so let's just first look through it. The patient complains about pain throughout the left thigh and upper leg. She describes the pain as searing, burning, sometimes bursting. The leg feels numb at times. Symptoms occur whenever the leg is stressed, releasing only when sitting or lying down. Symptoms started 9 days ago. Appendum. I've asked the patient regarding the healed wound on her left upper leg as no medical record exists in this database. She was evasive and gave no clear statement about the wound's origin. Examination. VS BP 128/82. Blood pressure, okay. Heart rate 62 per minute. NPD. Visual examination revealed cicatrix on lateral left upper leg. Palpation of the leg conducted. Tenderness to light pressure. Leg skin is warm to touch. X-ray revealed former deep wound in dorsal left upper leg. Femoral sinistra. NPD. Blood sample taken sent to BCH lab. And so the blood sample you got the email about is just like, it's fine, but I guess her issues persist. So yeah, which one is it? 667 Bonton Road or 347 Industrial Quarters? Oh wait, she said in her dating profile she just lives in the Industrial Quarters. So it must be this. Perfect! An address is always helpful. Well, I hope so. Let's listen to something. Oh, Juliet. Haven't listened to her in a while. Welcome to Rosentag. You are calling outside of our office hours. Please, hey little Julebug. June? It's so great to hear from you. Yeah, you too, that's why I called. It was about time June and Julebug had their annual sisterly chat, right? Super right. How did you know I was working today? When aren't you? Oh sorry, I forgot for a second you actually know me. Feeling stressed, boss causing trouble, I can call back later. Oh no, hanging around in the office is just a good excuse, you know, not to be at home. I see, I never got why you moved back in the first place. I had to leave my student apartment and you know that. And you know that's a super lame excuse. You earn good money at Rosentech, don't you? You could rent any flat in town, you just don't want to. Ugh, I see you're not gonna relent. Nope, sorry. I had a pretty rough start into this year. I couldn't really stand being alone at the time. I feel much better now, but Mom, Dad, they're so happy I'm back. You don't want to disappoint them, do you? Yeah, I can't do that to them. Not again. And here I was thinking Juliet had finally reached a state of emancipation. Hey, I have. No, you haven't. You're letting yourself be hassled by Mom and Dad yet again, little Julebug. Julebug, it's strangely nostalgic you still say that. Remember how I made that up for you? Yeah, I was so envious when Dad called you his Junebug and he didn't have any nickname for me. And rightly so, don't give it to Dad. At least give him a good fight, okay? I will, believe me. Goody, so I figure I should leave you to work then? Yeah, office empty, but yeah, my to-do list is long. Okay, let's talk another time. I will call you again, do not try to reach me. Just kidding. June? Yep. Thank you for believing in me. Aw, look at you sounding so serious. That's what Big Sis is there for, right? Guess so. See you, June. See you around, Julebug. Okay, yeah, here you got your nickname. Julebug, what a weird nickname is that? Well, you are a judgy one, aren't you? Had a rough start. You can put that in. I think it's to do with all our breakup and everything. Suspect that's because she ended her relationship at the time. Yeah, okay, we had the same thought. How did you know? Working on a Saturday. And June is her sister, but we know that. Yeah, that was nothing new. So, we have new stuff here. Oh, I think I can click around in the database some more. Maybe? Oh, here, I didn't scroll all the way down. Diagnosis. Pain is most probably due to a prior inflicted wound on dorsal left upper leg, compressing or damaging the nervus cutaneus femoris lateralis. Well, I butchered that. Something's damaged in her leg. Symptoms are similar to those of myalgia paresthetica. Like if you become a doctor, you have to learn a whole new language. Medical leave with strict rest until the end of April 27 has been suggested. The patient has been strongly advised to favor the leg to avoid further complications. Brian 400 mg has been prescribed with the following annotation: take 2 times a day after meals. Advise patient to come back if symptoms do not improve after 14 days. Is on medical leave, but it's conflict, so I think she hasn't taken up the advice. She has an injury that we know. Ouch, the info might come in handy though. You always have something to say. Oh, that's a previous one. Patient reports of digestive nausea and vomiting, light fever, gastroenteritis. Just get something. Patient reports of permanent unrest, inability to sleep, probably gets up 5 to 12 times a night but does not feel overly tired. Hypervigilance. Experiences heavy tremor in both hands when trying to write, also sometimes in the legs when walking, especially the left leg. When asked for the duration of the symptoms to record the anamnesis, the patient stated they began over 3 years ago, but would not elaborate. Asking why she did not visit earlier, the patient vehemently voiced discontent. Similar behavior was observed in reaction to any question regarding the origin of the symptoms or social and occupational circumstances at that time. In addition to the uses of strong language, the patient also hit a cabinet door with a fist. It was hard to get a clear, reliable statement. Oh wow. The patient tends to react aggressively when feeling challenged or confronted, rushes to extremes. Symptoms are similar to those of PTSD, but can only be confirmed by dedicated psychoanalysis. So she has a nerve damage in her left leg, and she has PTSD-like symptoms. Was she wounded in like a war? But can only be here. What situation this might have caused is unknown. Prior medical records for clarification could not be found. Prescription. Strongly advised to attend psychotherapy. Additional Zamiroline night, take 1 capsule per day, was prescribed. Also suggested to go and find a company of other like-minded group to talk to. I wonder whether that's like she didn't go for a help group but she did it for thought. That sounds menacing. An important find. I wonder what might have caused this. Hypervigilance is close to feelings of paranoia, though it's not the same. Hey, you're a doctor now, Symes. There's still something in here. Oh. 3 years ago. What, 3 years? What happened back then? Must have been really bad. Yes. I mean, that's the only thing you can assume. See recent jobs. So back to the job site. She has a really good rating. Yeah, she worked. She was supposed to rest, that's what the doctor's note said, but she actually worked. So she was working a lot over the week. Does that account for or against her ability of having committed the bombings? I'm not sure yet. Reliable and hard worker would hire again. Oh, it's probably like the standard message you can select if you're happy. She pretty much saved us when a critical employee went home sick and we were seriously understaffed. Absolute gem of a temp worker, fast, reliable, and incredibly low rate. Yeah, really, you're underselling yourself. read this before. Have I read this one before? I'm not sure. But I think I've read everything there that I can. Oh! Let's listen in. Initiate. Knock knock. You've got to ask who's there. Not in the mood for knock knock jokes. Aw, you blew it. Cut the crap, who are you? So now you can ask. Initiate, that's the blackmailer. Initiate is the name. Do I know you? I'm someone who knows you better than you know yourself, sweetie. This Initiate again, I wonder what his or her role in this is. Well, let's find out. Initiate has been in contact with 2 of our target persons so far. It should be enough. Here we go. Feel free to investigate this hacker as well, but keep the focus on Miss Turnova for now. Okay? Someone who knows you better than yourself, sweetie. Oh, not again. You're from Singular, right? Don't care how you got my number. Just leave me alone. Lol. No, that's not where I'm from. User has blocked this communication. Okay. Oh, he directly contacted her again. Oh, no. Can't plug Initiate out like that, sweetie. Bust the duck off. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, autocorrect is, doesn't like the word fuck. You should listen to me just for the moment, alright? And then I'm all gone. Poof. I don't care what you have to say. See, I know about your little band of troublemakers and I really dig it. The gov needs a kick where the sun don't shine. That's alright with me, sweetie. But bombing people, that's plain wrong. Well, shit. How come you think there was one of us? Let's just say I've been watching you all for some time. The Bonton bomb hit places where your outlaw post has been in 2 in the past. No way you did not hear about that. Even the cops seem to have found out at least something. They knew where to look for the last bomb. I find it really hard to read when he writes a 2 instead of 2. And it's not saving you that much time. So give me a reason to, you know, like put that consciousness of mine at ease. I would want to help you, not turn you in. How dare you threaten me? You got nothing. Yolanda, be cool. I said I want to help after all, not threaten you. I'll show you I can be trusted. I'm gonna hack that precious page of the party and upload a special something. It's gonna be easy with those IT guys being lazy bones as long as they don't see it coming in the next 3 seconds. He dares, wow. The IT guys are gonna make short work of this rookie. But then you'll answer my questions, alright? Don't care about your shit. Wait. Give me a sec while I get to work. Don't go away. If I could get away from you, I would. Can't switch my phone off now. That is a nice looking firewall you have there, dear party web team. It would be a shame if someone would just bypass it. Can you actually shut up? Yeah, like do it, don't talk about it. Doing this still gives me the chills and I need to distract myself somehow, so... Sheesh, almost done. Just a second longer. It's cool, we're waiting. What the heck? Oh shit, man. They reinforced a huge gaping loophole and just vanished. It's almost like somebody warned them. Yeah, whatever, goodbye initiative. It's initiate and wait. I'm gonna spam you for the rest of your days if you don't answer my questions. Man, oh man. Hell, will you fucking leave me alone then and quit poking around in my life? You said you were not involved in the assaults. I'm not. Okay. Do you think it's someone else in thought? This band of misfits. Never. Harrison is the only guy I could remotely imagine doing anything like that. Harrison had an interest in Cassandra because she could access the big money through her parents' company. First, the hackers suspect him and now her. What do they know that we don't? Yeah, like what I said is like I'm really not sure about their relation about him because he's officially posing as like pro-government. Must be crushing when your friends only like you for your money. Otherwise, she's mostly a spoiled brat who thinks she well owes her. Juliet was a bit shy, but damn good at organizing stuff, but not capable of going terrorist if you ask me. Know what I was thinking? I think the government's behind the bombs themselves. Thought about that. Did you know that since 2011, all the electronic devices must have a unique IDs? Unique IDs? They look like this, and it's not even secure. It looks like the code label on my PC. Well, that's because it is. What? Don't worry. Oh, very good. You found a device UID. Every device in the nation has one in accordance with the safety bill. We can use the insider tool to connect and see what a user has on their device. Note, a device must be running and have online connection in order for you to access it. Okay. What? Don't worry, I only have access to the number remotely, nothing more. You deserve some privacy. Fuck off! First you threaten me and now this. Will do. Initiate recognizes when this help is not wanted. Yeah, if you finally would. Okay, session closed. So, Juliet is shy, she can organize stuff, but she wouldn't go. Yeah. Harrison, I'm such... What's confusing to me a bit is always not just like, does Harrison look like he's doing it, because I'm kind of like thinking in meta. What do the game developers expect me to believe about him? Do they expect me to believe that he is the culprit and then the big twist is that he's not? Or do they expect me to believe that what he's writing now is true? And then the big twist is that he actually is, you know, because there's like this other layer that I wouldn't have if this was really happening. The government behind is the government themselves behind the bombing. So that's something that also happened in 1984, because there's 3 states and they're constantly at war with one of them and at peace with the other, and it changes all the time which one it is, though in records it's always been the same. But at some point there's concern voiced that actually maybe we're not at war at all, it's just a measure to keep the people united against a common foe. Or in this case it could be to give them a reason to allow all those new laws. Ah, what a joke. Of course the government will bomb Bonton to bits, they justify surveillance, right? I've heard that a million times by now, every time something happened. There's nothing to these conspiracy theorists. Okay. Is there something new here? Yeah, he just posted. I think most of you, my very loyal followers, friends and fiends? I've never actually heard that I'm writing for the TNB, but yeah, that's the thing. Look here. Judy, this is why you kept quiet here for so long. Congrats to that. Peter, what the hell? The big revolutionary himself, elected to one of the most pro-fascist, pro-surveillance bullcrap newspapers. The picture is that spick and span babyface you. And the text, those lip sync terrorist chips. Will the real Hancock please stand up? That's the gov body like everyone else. See the revolution go down the train. Excuse me now, I have to puke away more than I eat. Peter, I know what you mean, I feel you. When the TNB called on me to ask if I would write for them, I laughed at them hard for 30 minutes straight before hanging up. But then they called me again to let me know I could write whatever I want. No strings attached. I could even fucking swear, and I do frequently. Now I got the attention I always wanted, and I can use it for the good cause. Peter, well, good luck. With an article like that, you could not be any further away. Yeah, so people are not happy about it. Yeah. It's the article where they said like, ooh, I predicted the bombing, but not because I knew about this, I didn't know anything. So we now have access to Nina's computer. I did so, son. Do you want to go in her trash first, in her private, or is this, let's go through the trash. Dear Miss Schwartz, we are glad to inform you that we will indeed be able to meet your request. Please be present at the operating site around 4 p.m. on both days. Oh, wait, I'm gonna read the original message first. Dear Mr. Reed, I have a request on rather short notice. Would it be possible for me to take over the Freedom Plaza shift on April 11 and 12 from 4 to 8 p.m. instead of the one at Nolan Square? Thank you and best regards. Okay, and then the answer is, we're glad to inform you that we will indeed be able to meet your request. Please be present at the operating site around 4 p.m. on both days. Please keep a copy of this message as confirmation receipt, as we will not be able to make changes to the job originally agreed upon in your work IC profile. Regards. Clive Reed. So she was there. She requested to be relocated to a job at one of the bombing sites. Well, it's only a request, but it connects her to the bombing location. If you could associate Miss Maternova with the two other sites, we would be on the safe side. Dear Miss Westfield, I would like to apply for a job as mechanic at Westfield Cars. Please find my application documents, a cover letter, my CV, and reference attached. If you have any questions or need further information, please reach out to me via phone. Dear Miss Matanova, thank you for your interest in working with us. As we receive numerous applications every day for each position, we are required to refuse most of them. Unfortunately, we have chosen another applicant who fits the position slightly better. We are sure you will understand. This is the most basic rejection bullshit ever. I do, however, always answer them and basically thank them and then ask what could make a difference? What skills would I have had to actually be the one who's slightly better? And most of the time it is a standard answer of like, oh, it's not about your skills, it's not about you, you're a perfect candidate, but you know, we just picked somebody else. But sometimes they actually do give you feedback that's helpful. So one time it was like, yeah, because I didn't have enough relevant experience in this field and something like that. So, I mean, nothing to lose. Let's read the last one. Dear Mr. Boyle, I would like to apply as a housekeeper at Wilson Real Estate. Please find my application documents, a cover letter, my CV, and reference attached. Okay. Dear Ms. Matanova, thanks for your application. I'm sad to inform you that we have decided on another candidate. All the best. Okay, so she is looking for a proper job. Michael. Squats. Yes, she is an army veteran. She was hurt in the army. We need to specifically know what kind of experience she has. I think I clicked away the first text he had because there was something popping up that I wanted to click. Do not read. Oh, what is this? You know, if you were to marry and have children, it would be really funny if my name was Molly. Whoa, wait a second, you're getting a bit ahead of things. You know I like to plan ahead. Yeah, you do like that. I really like Nina as a name though. Why Molly? This one says to Molly, girl, I like your face. Come again? Obladi oblada, the Beatles. Don't tell me you don't know that. You're the oldie lexicon impersonated. To admit I've never been such a Beatles fan. More on the Rolling Stone side of the road. Okay. It's a major gap in your knowledge. You're aware of that? Why, I do not know the song. There was something about Prague in there, was it? It's not about a Prague. In a couple of years they've built a home sweet home with a couple of kids running in the yard. Desmond and Molly Schwartz. I like the idea. Me too. You don't have a problem with kids being the center of my life, do you? Not at all, but I guess you'll have to go. No wonder for a single mother, yes. You'll have to go and change your name first. Maybe I will. Everything we found on Miss Matanova just shows a single mother trying to make ends meet for her son. It seems to be a primary motivation, and it's an admirable one at that. One that does not mix well with terrorist ambitions. Aha, I feel a there. I'll do that for real, just you wait, and then we'll see Lala how the life goes on. So I guess this is something that didn't work out, but she saved it. An apology and an offer. Oh. From Abraham. That's gonna be interesting. Nina, I would like to offer you my sincerest apologies. It was not my intent to denounce you in front of all members of Thought, or worse, basically everyone. After all, what we do or say online persists like a minefield, as I wrote in an early blog post. Should have been more considerate. Your actions at the Circle Mall have turned out to be very different to what I had anticipated them to be, but that was hardly your fault, it was mine. Instead of passing judgment on you, I would like to offer my help. From my impression, I would assume you're someone whose life so far has been troubled, to say the least. Although it might not seem obvious, I have a rather moving background as well. As they put it, it takes one to know one. I would suggest we have a talk about how we might assist each other. Please let me know if you're interested. What was this? Assist each other with what exactly? Yeah, that's a good question. Do not read. D. Schwartz. So I guess you disregard the subject and went straight to reading this utterly embarrassing mail nonetheless. I knew you would. Well, don't tell me I didn't warn you. I never written a text like this in my entire life, so I hope you'll be clement with me. Our backpacking trip along the Italian northwest coast has been, okay, I'll just say it, amazing, brilliant, the best one I've ever been on. And that was not due to the sun, even though it was blazing all 10 magnificent days through. It was not due to the rocky coastlines with its endless serpentine roads winding up and down the cliffs, and not to the picturesque villages alongside of them we passed through. It was due to you being there with me that made me enjoy every single second of it. I mean, just remember the one we wanted to have a photo of us taken, and the only person around was that elderly Italian woman. She didn't understand a word of what we wanted, and kept shrugging and shaking her head. To bite my tongue so hard not to burst out in laughter, but you, cool as you are, just walked over to her, gave her your proud smile, put the camera in her hand, and then finger on the shutter release, and ran back to me, make absolutely sure she wouldn't take a picture of just me. It's funny how this is one of all the shots made for the best photos from the entire trip, don't you think? Well, because it's memorable as well. Every cell in me wants to just backspace off this letter and not send it. But at the same time, I just want to read it and know how I feel about you. Seems you have passed the patented demonstrates relationship test, so I might as well write down what I've been trying to say all the time here. I love you. Is that her ex? Because she's now single? Schwartz like your Elias. She isn't single after all. She is single. Browser history. Search for CCTV still again. That's an odd thing to search for when you don't have something sinister in mind. Spectre associates Nina with the Stelagon assault. It makes 2 locations she's tied to. We'll have a very solid case we can make that 3. So are we sure it's her? Molly Schwartz. So that's why she's using Molly Schwartz. Yeah, I wonder what happened to him. Because they're not, I don't think they're in a relationship anymore. Because she is searching for a relationship. So he might have died, or they might have broken up. I assume he's the father of her child. I think that's everything that we can find on the desktop. She's applying for jobs, she's trying to have a stable life, but she's not finding jobs, so she's doing temp work for like peanuts. Oh man, depressing. I really wish her the best. I really wish we wouldn't spy on her. I don't remember feeling so conflicted like the first time around I played it. This was years ago, I think, shortly after it came out. Because I am into Orwell, so it was like, oh, well, I'm gonna play the game that's named after the author. And I don't remember feeling so conflicted about snooping in people's lives and uncovering what's there. But I am now. Anyway, there'll be more in the next video. We just unlocked the Army of the Nation side, so we'll go into that next and see what it was like for her in the army. Not a good experience, I assume, from her PTSD and leg injury, but we'll see. Thank you for joining me, and until next time.